Hello and good evening, ladies of Team SOAR. I am Marcy Dennis. I am a team leader, Red Jacket, filling in for Kimberly tonight while she is away at Leadership Conference in Atlanta. Super excited for her. I don't know if you've seen all the pictures online, but it looks like they're having a fantastic time, and I cannot wait to be there next year. Praying belief over myself to become a director by June 30th. Working on it, ladies. I've set my goal for that. I've created an action plan. I have a brain book. I just got all these things. A few things I want to share with you tonight as I fill in for Kimberly so she can focus on being fed into. So let me remind you of a couple things coming up. I heard Lucky 13 party went great, so thank you to those of you who participated. On Thursday night, Kimberly will have the spa night that we usually have. And then we have on the 26th, More Than a Pink Caddy event with some giveaways. They're doing clinical solutions this month and $200 cash giveaway, as well as, of course, 3 eStart kits. And I will say, every time I've gotten somebody on, 3 times, they have joined. Not all of them joined then. Some of them had decided earlier in the day, and this was just their chance to try and get the free kit, or they joined, saw the event and then joined later that evening, next day. But that event, every time I can get somebody on, they sign up. So that should be encouragement enough for you, I hope, to get somebody on the event. Now, I will say you might want to filter a little bit ahead of time. Do you get anxious when things are super fast paced and just a lot's happening at once? Because then you don't want them on the event necessarily, because they can get really stressed out. I've had that happen a couple times where that was just too much for me. So do keep that in mind. If you need a little more low-key version, Kimberly is, of course, willing to help you with that. So, and me too, if you need help. Those are some of the events we have coming up this month. And then if you're a Red Jacket, we've got our Z-Red Squad, 10:30 on Saturday mornings. And then on, actually, I think that might be it for January. I don't have the thing right in front of me. I was doing off memory. Sorry. I will comment below if I did forget something that is elsewise happening in January. But those are the most immediate things coming up. Thursday night spa night, Z-Red Squad on Saturday at 10:30. And sometimes, girls, if you can get, they have challenges to earn the ability to be there. Like if you do an X amount of shares in a week, or if you get X amount of recruits, kind of thing. So reach out to Kimberly and see if there's a challenge for this week coming up, so you can also be a part of that awesome, quick 30-minute little meeting. So, okay, things I wanted to share with you. I am just kind of speaking from the heart tonight. I don't have a full script. I am letting God wing it. It's going to sound more official that way. So we are here in the new year, and I know Kimberly has already talked about setting your goals and that 2022 sheet from the Sharp area, which I don't have in with me. It is on my vision board at home. Obviously, I'm sitting in my car right now, but I do have it on my desk sitting in front of me so I can look at it. Really love the questions. If you haven't filled it out, take the time to do so. All right, additionally, Kimberly has been talking about the brain book. This is mine. Please note, not pink and shiny. Not everything has to be pink and shiny. And a quick little side note, everything I'm saying to you tonight, I have been saying to myself. It's been encouragement to myself, and it's been things I've been learning. So this is not me coming from a place of I've conquered the things. This is me coming from a place of I've been doing a lot of learning lately, and this is what I've learned. And it's helpful for me, so I hope it's helpful for you too. So, my brain book, because this makes me happy. Okay. And I went with a little more official looking, just because I like the way it looks. I wanted something super thin that just had all the parts I needed, and this just happened to be what came. So, inside I have business cards, I have pens. This is like a tall pouch. I don't know what I'm going to use it for. This is just another business card, has a calculator with that pouch, and then it has this pocket for loose leaf papers. And then it came with sheet protectors. It's a 3-ring binder, and you can slide a notepad into here, or just use this as like a clipboard with loose leaf paper. So I'll show you real quick what I do have in here as ways to track my business. One of the things that has been, I think, keeping me from growing more is my tracking is inconsistent. Overall, I'm inconsistent in my business, I feel, so I am trying to create tracking that is easy for me. So I'm trying different ways to see what will work best, and allowing myself time to truly work through it and finesse and fine-tune each option so that I'm not giving up too soon. But I have the weekly planning sheets, which you can find on InTouch, or you email Kimberly and she can send it to you. So I have one on top that I have not yet filled out, as you can see. I do need to do that tonight. And then in sheet protectors, I have about 10 to 15 of these stashed, so I don't have the excuse of running out anytime soon. Then I have our January squares, right, with the goals. You win prizes when you fill out 7 or more of these squares, and these are just income producing activities. So this helps me because I love checking something off and know I'm working towards a prize. And it gives me if I don't know what to do, I look at this, I could say, I need to hold 3 sharing appointments. Okay, who can I book for a sharing appointment? I need to complete a power start of 30 faces. Who are my 30 faces? I need to hold a New Year selling event. Who can I do this with, right? So this is giving me what to do. So when I don't know what to do, this tells me what to do. So if you don't like this January squares, find something written down that tells you what to do when you're stuck, and then just look at that every time and do that. So you don't have to waste time thinking about it. And then I have one of our challenge sheets that I haven't finished yet from the New Year, New You. This is the 5 faces. You can see I've done 2 so far. It's been a slow month for me, but I have gotten 4 sales in the last 2 days, which has been awesome. And mostly it's reorders, which is great. I will say, had to follow up for them. I knew they wanted to order, and I've had to keep asking. And they're like, oh yeah, so sorry, she forgot to send the payment. It's a complicated with it. Oh yeah, can you add that to me? Hey, did you want that mask that you love to go with it? And she's like, well, how much was it? And I send her the 2 options. She's like, all right, pick this one. And I'm like, great. And I upsold because I knew she liked that product. So that's a technique you can use. And then this was shared during the Merry Mondays by Leanne. This is the 1 hour a day sheet. This is another one of those that if you don't know what to do, you should be looking at this sheet and filling it out. So, and I'll take it out and talk about this for a second as just helpful process. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Number 6, booking ask. You should be asking 6 people to book with you a day, according to this sheet. Whatever kind of appointment. And I always make a little indicator next to it, like it's a birthday balloon, or it's a 2022 New Year, New You, or just some sort of indicator so I know what I'm asking them, because I'm not asking everybody the same thing. 5, coaching resets. Hopefully you have 5 people booked and you're reaching out and you're coaching them on that. If you don't have 5 people booked, you fill the rest of the spaces with people you are asking to book, so you have overflow. 4 is Q&A ask for sharing appointments, booking those appointments, answering their questions, and if you don't have any, you write in people you need to ask. 3 is customer care calls. Go to InTouch, see what customer order reminders you have, and fill in the names here. Who have you not touched base with? Who do you need to follow up with on their products? Who do you need to tell that the prices are increasing on February 16th to make sure they order their stuff one last time before the price goes up? Maybe they'll stock up at the lower price, which if you need, there is a price increase list available of what is going up in price and how much that's going to be. I will also later tag that down below for you. As well as there's a just a graphic that Kimberly has used that's a friendly reminder you can send to people along with a text. Hey, I wanted to let you know prices are increasing, so you have until the 16th to buy them at this price now. Yada, yada, yada. There's a bunch of things in there. Really well said. Then you have 2 social media posts. I do one to Instagram and one to Facebook at least every day. Sometimes I might do more. It depends. And let me tell you, I've talked with Kimberly about this. I just steal the graphics from everybody else. I go to her page, I go to Summer's page, I go to other sales director pages, copy, paste, save the photo, paste, schedule it for the week. Done. Instagram, I can't schedule out. There are programs you can use for free or pay to schedule out for Instagram and for Facebook and Twitter and just all the social media platforms. So if that's something that interests you to save you time and effort, go gather a bunch of graphics. Honestly, if you're not grabbing from Pinterest also, do that too. There's a lot out there. It's endless, okay? So there's plenty of graphic options out there. You don't have to take the time to create it. Simply borrow it, throw it on, schedule it however you need, and then move on and don't have to think about it other than going back and commenting and looking and seeing who has commented. I posted in my Facebook group the Fanorama mascara graphics that Kimberly had posted. I had 3 people say they wanted that. I have never had that action on my Facebook group. 1 is already ordered, 2 I'm in the process of having the conversation with already. That's awesome. And I just took 5 seconds to take that from Kimberly and post it in my group one day and scheduled it in advance, and then I went back and looked at it. That was awesome. Last one, invest in you. All right? So if you spend 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 10 minutes a day, you spend 1 hour working on Mary Kay, and you can do it in 10-minute increments or whatever time chunks of time you have in the day. You check it off as you go. For me, I get this all done in like a power hour during lunch, and honestly it doesn't even take me an hour sometimes because I do the investing in myself in my mornings and on my drive to work, and then I'm doing my posting at the start of the week, so I just gotta jump on real quick and see if anybody's replied. That takes a couple minutes. Everything else, depending upon what I'm doing that day and who I'm talking to, might only take me 10-20 minutes. It doesn't have to take a full hour of my time, but every night the goal is you sit down and you fill this out as best as you can. And I have had days where I haven't filled it out all the way. That means I need to go talk to more people and ask for referrals. So maybe on here, instead of having booking ask, it's referral ask for some people who have already recently partied with me, and maybe I didn't get the chance to ask about referrals. So you sit down each night or early in the morning and you fill this out so that later when you have the time, you're not thinking about who am I going to ask, who am I going to ask, who am I going to ask. You already know and you do it. So that's what that is. And I have that in here. And then I've got like 10 days worth of those loose leaf because it's once a day. And then I also have a pocket protector with like 15 more so that I can't run out quickly. Then I have my SMART goals plan here, right? Which says become a sales director by July 1st and earn the use of a car by July 1st. With the notation seminar ends June 30th. So really the goal of becoming a director and earning a car kind of go hand in hand, and it happens within a month or 2 of each other. So my goal is just to keep in mind, track both at the same time. Then you fill out the rest of the action sheets. Kimberly provided this early on the 5th, January 5th in your emails, in your inbox. If you haven't seen it, go look at it. Set up a time with her to take 15-20 minutes to fill this out with action items. How is this measurable? What is the goal? Why is this relevant to you? It's relevant to me to make a lifestyle change for my family and impact the woman that God has put in my path. That's why I want to do this. I want a greater platform to speak from. And then it has my timeline is by July 1st. Then I have this sheet, which I've gotten from doing Pacesetter courses. And if you want to move up the career path, I highly recommend doing a Pacesetter class. There will be one in February with a new format. I really encourage you to come join with me because The format is fun. It gives you just action items every day. It's a challenge. It's exciting. There's something to earn, and it can make a real business impact. So this is all in with 10. I need 30 unit members to become a sales director. I fill in who I already have, and then I have this running list so I can visually see how close am I getting. Then I have more pages from Pacesetter packets that we've gotten, and this is tracking. It's just a piece of paper saying, hey, Power Start 30 faces, fill all these out. How many referrals did you get from them? How much was your retail? Did you get a second appointment booked? Did you share the opportunity? Are they a new team member? So action items I can do with each person, and I'll show that again real quick. So, and again, if you need these papers, reach out to Kimberly, because I only have paper copy versions of them, and she probably has more. And then it says, don't stop at 30, keep going. And then you can get up to 60 faces. How crazy would that be? And awesome to have 60 faces in 1 month. Then I have a personal retail sales monthly goal where I have my goal written in, and then tracking getting to that goal. So not only do I add up my total of how much I have earned, I'm also subtracting how much do I need left to sell. So that's 2 different ways to visually look at it. And then of course there's a secondary page of that. And then this is outdated in that it's about the first quarter star, but I'm gonna go back and rewrite just the dates here and use this same piece of paper to track this quarter. Because I already had this printed, I just didn't fill it out for the first quarter. So now I'm gonna fill it out for this quarter and just adjust the dates on here. And that way I can track, because I wanna be a star consultant. So how close am I getting? What is considered on track? Okay, what level? If I sell this much, this is sapphire. If I sell this much, this is diamond. So I can visually see it in front of me. I'm a very paper touchy-feely person. I also have tracking for the car, right? So my goals of becoming a sales director and earning a car are here for me to track. I have it on paper, I can fill it in, I can write it down. It's in front of me. As I flip through my book, this is how I achieve my goals. Here, let's track it. So I've got more tracking variation pages. And then I have a tips page for each level of consultant. And it's just bullet points on ways that you can move your business forward and grow up the career path. So various tips here for each level, which again, I can get Kimberly to share those. And then the rejection therapy. If you haven't done this yet, I do recommend it, because the goal is to get 100 no's. And let me tell you, it hurts. It's not fun. But if NO means next opportunity, then every time you get a no, you just think, okay, so who's next? If it's not you, who is it going to be that's going to say yes to me, to book, to host, to join Mary Kay, to buy something? And just having that mindset that it's okay when people tell you no. It is not the end of the world. It does not have to mean anything more than they're just not interested. So that's my brain book. This is helping me commit to staying consistent this year. So one of my 2 words for the year are connect and consistency. I want to connect more with God first, because if I don't have a deep connection with God every day, I am not putting out my best self, for myself, for my family, for my husband and my kids. I'm not putting out my best self for work, for anybody else around me, for my team members, for my customers. If I'm not leaning into God every day, I am not putting out my best, and I want to put out my best. And I can only do that when I take the time to connect with God. And when I connect with God, it allows me to more clearly connect with intention to the women around me. So that's my first word of the year. And then consistency. I've done a lot of things. I've tried a lot of methods and options. There's so many great ways to do things in Mary Kay, but you cannot do it all, and you should not do it all. So I have determined these are my goals. I'm keeping it very simple. I am not getting involved in every opportunity, every challenge, every program, every gift idea. That's not my goal this year. My goal is to be a sales director, which means I book, I coach, I sell, and I recruit. That is my goal. Nothing extra. Keeping it simple so I'm uncomplicating my life. And I want to be consistent in that, which is why I have it on paper in front of me, and it fits very nicely into my purse, and I can take it with me, and it's all organized. And I organized it from the get-go. Print it, made copies, hole punched, put them in. I'm ready to go. All right. Sat down today and started filling things out with my sales so I can keep on track of it. So when it's here with me, I see it and I know I have to fill it out. That way, come tax season next year, I'm not doing what I'm doing now, which is like, where did that thing go? Where did I wrote down my income and expense? Did my old computer eat it? I didn't have it saved on the cloud. I think my old computer ate it. I need to track that a different way this year. Because I'm pretty sure that document is gone. And there's only so much that I had written down on InTouch. It didn't tell all of my sales I made in cash transactions and in events and things like that. And I don't have proof of that, which is really a bummer. So, setting myself up for success next year by being consistent in my tracking. So, I really hope you feel encouraged. I really hope you have gotten some good tips. I really hope you see that I'm trying just as hard as everybody else to just do my best. And that's all that we can do. We can't do anybody else's best. You can't do my best. I can't do your best. It's going to look different for everybody, and nobody needs to be the same. That's a beauty. It's a beautiful thing that we're all made different in God's eyes on purpose. He does not want us being the same. So don't look to the left and right to compare yourself. You can ask people and do trainings to see how they're doing it as a method that you can apply to you and your strengths. And then you put your own spin on it. Blue brain book here in Mary Kay. But do what's best for you and lean into who God has made you to be. That is a journey I'm on. Shedding everybody else's expectations of me and in all of my shoulda, coulda, woulda, shoulda. Ugh. It's so draining. Focusing on, well, I should do this and I should do that. Yes, there are some things you should be doing. But who is telling you that? Where are you receiving this info from? Is it from Susie Q, who's PO'd about something else and she's just taking it out on you and telling you you should do better? Is it from a caring friend who has your best interest at heart but maybe doesn't understand the situation or the business and doesn't really have the best advice to offer? Is it coming from a seasoned professional who knows what they're talking about and has experience in these matters? Are you hearing it from God? Or are you hearing it from that little voice of doubt in your head? It can be really hard to discern. And the best way to figure it out is by connecting with God every day. Baby steps, friends. We all have to work on the baby steps. Baby steps of habit, baby steps of consistency. Over time, lead to the best version of you, which is all God wants. So, I love you, friends. You're all beautiful. I'm so grateful to be able to speak here and to you and that you would be listening to me tonight. Thank you so much for being on. I will be attaching what I have tonight down below for you to reference. And if you need anything extra, tag Kimberly in the video so that when she gets back on Wednesday night, she can get you guys those documents that you need. So let's impress her. Let's ask for all of the tracking paperwork and start some really great habits this year to help each of us succeed and grow into our best selves. Have a great night.